you were going to share with us a couple of thoughts about your hero.
My hero, or my hero of public health. What? Albert? No, it's not you. Physics is good though. I like physics. I'm sure there's a lot of public health applications of physics. But you know what? I think you'll be proud that I picked a public health hero that shares a similarity. He's also Jewish. You'll get a kick out of this, Albert. My public health hero happens to be someone very old. Moses from the Torah, Old Testament. Great public health hero, 6,000-year-old public health hero. And let me just try to break this down so you can digest how much of a hero this character was. So let's see, my field of study is industrial hygiene. You might say, how in the world are you going to link Moses to an industrial hygienist? Easily. Leviticus in the Torah, the law. It says in there, if you have mold or mildew in your home, you must burn it down. Isn't that fantastic? Look at today. We have all sorts of mold issues in the late 90s, early 2000s. This has been the topic of industrial hygiene, all these mold issues and mold remediation because of the health effects. It suppresses your immune system. Sick building syndrome can be traced back to other things, but mold is a culprit too, damp buildings. It's blinding that Moses penned that down. So if we want to go in other genres of public health, we can step over to epidemiology. Moses would be an epidemiologist's best friend. I mean, talk about like foodborne disease or something that an epidemiologist would study, like let's say trichinosis. Well, the Jewish diet doesn't include pork, so you know what? They ain't going to get trichinosis. Even spread it further, I mean, the dietary laws as you get deeper and deeper, even like the shellfish and fish without scales, you get even more technical. Typically fish without scales are scavengers, usually to uptake more toxins. Nowadays it's dioxins and things we've produced, and these fish, uptake them and different chemicals and different metals. But the shellfish too, another culprit. Not only from our more recent pollution, but even from back in that day, natural causes like red tide, and algae that these fish feed upon. And these shellfish, get riddled with it, and it's hard to avoid that toxicity. And I mean, it's deadly, it's lethal. So that's another helpful hint Moses pinned down with making that society, making that public healthier. We could even stretch this further to another major field, at least in manpower or sheer person power, is the health and social behavior segment of public health. There's a lot of folks in there. And you might say, how in the world are you going to link Moses to HSB? And I say easily. We don't even have to look deep into Leviticus for this. You look simply in the Ten Commandments. They have a provision to keep a Sabbath day, keep it holy. There's a perspective you look at for a religious sense, for religious focus on God and appreciation, respect, admiration. That is one aspect of it, but there's a whole different aspect in the background of just having physical rest, having one day of the week when most societies and cultures of that time, they just worked around the clock. And that's enough to make someone crazy. You don't have a chance to relax and to rest and to do absolutely no work. Let your physical body mend and heal, and then let your mental body just mend and heal, and just to simply have something to look forward to. Can you imagine that in a culture where you're working and you come to Friday, the Sabbath, Sunset Friday, and you're just looking forward to that? Just like we have two Sabbaths now in our American culture. We have Saturday and Sunday. So we got a lot more to look forward to. We've progressed since 6,000 years ago. But yeah, just having that Friday night, like, hey, I get a day off. I can't wait. I'm going to look forward to it. I get to spend time with my family. I get to eat a bunch of food and just relax and rest. Just that aspect alone really strengthened that culture. And really just those basic public health rules, I think, that's probably the longest living. You agree with me, Albert? The longest living culture? I mean, Jews and Israel in general, have survived the test of time, 6,000 years plus, before Moses, they were around, and yeah, they're still here today. Yeah. I told you I'd find someone good. I hope you're not mad I didn't use you as my hero. But I think that's it.